Okay, so she had some time to dry. You can see how all the paint, once it was all dry, it evens out, and she just looks so cool. Let me turn her around. That was the battery pack that fell out, so let me put the battery pack in. Alright. Let me turn her around. I mean, that just looks wild, right? So there are a couple of things that we missed, like I did underneath over there needs to be touched up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the brush. We're going to go along and we're going to fix that. We'll continue with the Vallejo, the paint and primer. Okay, we're going to start to highlight the ship now, and I'm going to use the Vallejo, the white, and I've got a specific brush that I like using it for because of the way it's shaped. And what I like to do is put the paint into the brush, use a paper towel and kind of work it in, and then we can highlight. So let me get a paper towel. So what I like to do is I like to take a couple of drops and I'm going to put it right into the brush. So I'm going to use the paper towel now and I'm going to work it into the brush. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to gently just brush it onto the side of the ship. Then know if you can tell. It's going to kind of make like a highlight. And you'll notice the way all the little highlights on the wood will get highlighted in white. I don't want to overdo it, but see how everything is kind of getting that little frost? I think I need to put a little more paint, but hopefully you guys are going to be able to see the way the highlight is starting to come out. I mean, that looks really cool. Do the little faces around the cannons. Again, just looking to highlight them. A little ladder. I mean, that's looking really cool. And again, I love highlighting the nails because it just brings out the amount of work that we did. All right, let's go a little bit half. Now we're going to have to do the same thing. We're going to put more paint in. See how we're going to bring out the age. Remember, the Dutchman is very old, so she's been exposed to the ocean for a long time. So there's a lot of corrosion, mildew on her. Look at that. A little bit on the inside. Want to make sure though we don't want to get any black on the paint, but I do want to accentuate the pieces on the inside to give it that creepy, ghostly effect. So that looks good. To do the same thing up front. But man, that just, I mean, how cool does this look? around now, and we'll do her starboard side. Gotta be careful, she's getting pretty long. All right. And we'll start doing the same thing on this side. This is really fun, by the way. This makes all that work that we did start to pay off. We can actually see the results. So we're just gonna gently highlight all the pieces, areas of the ship. Again, I love the way the nails highlight. Highlight of the edges. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, or if you don't live near the ocean. I live near the ocean along the eastern seaboard in New England, and when things are exposed to the salt in the air, it gets like a corrosion on it. Like the wood, you can see how it slowly gets to be eaten away. The integrity breaks down, and there's a lot of like mold and mildew from the moisture of the water, and the integrity of the wood starts to break down. And that's what this airbrushing also is trying to emulate, because yes, it makes the black look blacker, but remember, the Dutchman is submerged a lot of the times, and she's really exposed to the elements. The ocean, the harsh seawater. And these fun parts make this build worthwhile, because I know there's a lot of hard stuff to this, because this is not an easy kit to build. And this kit is way out of my league, but little moments like this, where we really start to play, if you will, makes it all worthwhile. I think I need to add more white. Again, I want to kind of just highlight the inside where the cannons are going to go, just so it looks more of that ghostly kind of matching for the rest of the ship. All right, let's take a look. I put the lights on. Remember those glowing LEDs that we put to look like fire? As we come around and we look at the black, the wood is it's full of mildew and mold, and it's weak by age. We come around to the front. On the starboard side, you can see the railing in front of the ship. Again, looking at the mildew. The inside, you can see the inside walls. We're going to be putting the cannons in shortly. Coming up to the back where the lanterns are going to be. You can see the way she looks. See if I can get the camera in the back. You can see the way the back is. We're going to put the rudder on shortly. Don't mind the wires. I have extra wires because we're going to light the lanterns. And the stern castle is going to be up in the back, so that's going to cover a lot of that stuff up. Coming over the top. I mean, how cool does that look? Wow. see how she's looking all distressed and aged, mildew, mold. You can see the lanterns that are coming through the faces. You can see the flickering. This is exactly why I wanted the flickering LEDs, and I basically did my own lighting kit for this. I mean, that looks so cool. And I'll put the lights out in a minute to show you how cool it's going to look, but in the meantime, you can see the distressed look on a ship. Hundreds and hundreds of years. The seawater has taken her toll right down to her keel. Looks like we got a little bit of light leak over there. You see the ladders. Where the fires are burning inside the Dutchman. Coming up on top, looking into the decks, the depths of the Dutchman. It's a good view of the way she looks with the LEDs flickering and looking in. We can see the ladder coming up through the floor. We got the decks. Then we go to the next deck down. And I love how when we put close the hull in, you can see how that actually looks like a real ship. See the ladders. And there you have it, my friends. Don't look now, but all the work we put into this wonderful model is starting to pay off. You can see now the outside of the ship's hull is completely finished. It's been painted, it's been highlighted, and we're ready to move on. So we're going to start working on the next video. What I want to do is I want to put in the cannon, and they're going to go on the main deck. We're going to tie them in, and I think we're going to do the rudder. So we have to put the rudder on. And anticipation of doing the G1 section of building in the grates for the bow, and I'm not looking forward to that. But I thank you guys for watching. Until my next video, my friends, I'll talk to you soon.